One of the big stories, and my fucking my comedy camera thing is busted, so I can't fucking bugging me. Anyways, uh, this is Constantine somebody and his buddy from Trigonometry. This is a podcast. They're often seen as sort of like right wing libertarian, free speech advocates. I want to say the show is run out of the UK. Maybe I've seen it a few times. Watching some of the right wingers, go in at depth or whatever. They seem to hang on a couple of issues, but overall, it's one of those things where they're just kind of patting themselves on the back for having conversations you're not supposed to have. I don't have a problem with that. Honest to God, like I don't necessarily. Of course, I don't agree with their conclusions a lot of times, but it doesn't bother me that they're having them. As a matter of fact, they have a more sensible version of Joe's show, essentially, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, they're talking about in this clip, apparently, the dispute over the worth of Trump's Mar-a-Lago, which, by the way, is a static club that must remain in its current form, no matter who buys the land for how much. So you will never be able to knock it down and turn it into condos. You'll never be able to knock it down, turn it into a giant hotel. You're never going to be able to turn it into a giant fucking seaport for cruise ships or whatever the fuck. It's always going to be that building with that capacity forever and ever and ever until, I guess, you take over the Palm Beach County Board or a natural disaster happens and they go, it's destroyed and whatever. So it cannot be developed. It is always stuck that way. And that property is not going to be a magical visitor wonderland where you're going to be able to make a bunch of money off of it. And if somebody wants to pay $1.5 billion for it, it's because they intend on controlling Donald Trump, not because it's worth the fucking that amount. So let's see what they have to say about it.
The Joe Rogan experience.
This is whole the idea that monkey's taking drugs and he's the natural evolutionary end game of monkeys on MDMA or fucking mushrooms.
All they have to do is have a good headline. The inside of
They need more smoke in there. Is that place on fire? Jesus Christ.
it can be nonsense, and they can even show you right in front of your face why what they're saying is incorrect, and it doesn't matter.
And then they all bitch and whine, and then they go, why is no one watching our content?
Yeah. Well, here's the wildest one that's going on right now. You know the Mar-a-Lago controversy of the...
Yeah, it's just wild, man. It's just wild.
The price.
You know what's even wilder is why you're wearing headphones like you're on the radio. You have an engineer there. They know what it sounds like. You've been doing this show long enough. I don't wear headphones when I'm doing my morning show unless I'm listening to a clip. And even in this situation, they don't play the audio from shit on purpose. It's all conversation.
Pricing or the
inflated value of the house.
The Mar-a-Lago. Yeah. The judge ruled that it was worth $18 million. It's 20 acres in like the most expensive real estate in that area. Like
that you cannot develop. It is stuck in that space. That is why somebody bought 5 houses that equal 20 acres and paid $100 million for each one of them because he can knock them all down. Nobody gives a shit. It must remain a club. It cannot be a residence, and no one can live there for any length of time. That's the rule, or it changes the entire tax situation of it and drives it through the roof.
A house down the street from it, much smaller, just sold for $50 million.
Right. A house you can fucking bulldoze and build anything you want. You can buy the house next door, and you can set up a dock that goes all the way out into the ocean or some shit, and start a fucking dive company off the beach there. You can't do that with Mar-a-Lago.
Wow.
Even if Forbes said it's worth somewhere between, see what Forbes said. I think they said it was worth between $300 and $700 million.
It's worth about $400 million because of how much money you pull in on it as a club. The problem is there's a diminishing return on if it stops being Trump's club, for example. You buy it and you make it, Nudnik Club, Golf International. The value of being there because you're not manipulating a politician or somebody who has the ear or the fucking testicles of the Republican Party goes way fucking down. You can't manipulate anybody. It's just another golf course or another hangout event space. The value of it plummets immensely. And the club, they even jacked the numbers up once he became president. So that's an exaggeration.
And they were saying that it's worth 18 million.
Well, the tax assessor says it was worth 26 million on the numbers, and Trump argued that it was worth less than that. Not what he could sell it for, but what it's actually worth.
It's like they don't even try to pretend.
Yeah.
Like
Why does no one trust the mainstream?
If the guy says his house is worth $1 billion, right?
Yeah.
And then you come along and say, no, it's worth like 800 million. Forbes says it's worth as much as 700 million. We'll call it 700 million. Now you got a reasonable argument.
Yes, give it the top level. The reasonable argument is Trump saying this place is worth $1 billion when you cannot do anything with it. You cannot change how much money it brings in, and you cannot live in it as a piece of prestige real estate if you're a big fancy pants. And I don't know why the fuck you would in West Palm fucking Beach with the other options you have on the fucking earth. I mean, West Palm Beach is nice, but calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
But if you say 18 million, like, you gotta know that's like a palace. The place is a palace.
It's not a palace. It's a palace. See, a palace actually is a historical site as well. So you can't even sell it. It's technically priceless. But let's just say it's a castle, like one of the ones Nick Cage bought or whatever. It's market price for whatever you can sell it for. And ask Nick Cage if his castles were worth the same amount when he sold them as when he bought them in the first place, because he lost money.
It's 20 acres. Get the
20 acres you can't develop.
fuck out of here. This is great. You can't do that. That's like too obvious. That you don't give a fuck about the truth.
You don't give a fuck about the truth, Joe. You don't give a fuck about the truth because those 20 acres cannot change. And they can't turn into a golf course. They can't expand. It's just what it is. And it's going to be that way until somebody changes the law, and they're not going to be able to do it through the sale.
They don't.
You don't give a fuck about the truth. Oh, he claimed it was worth 1.5 billion in latest plea to drop fraud case, but judge ruled it's wildly inflated. Yeah, but the judge does not have an accurate sense of the market, in my opinion.
Well, all right. Well, it's Joe's opinion in terms of the judge. And by the way, part of it is what he's going to baseline pay for ownership of the property when he's got debts to list it as a liability versus an asset. So what it's taxed at, as far as the value of it, again, if it's worth 1.8 billion or 1.5 billion or even 700 million, then tax it at that amount. Right. Exactly.
It's just that the property size alone.
You can't do anything with the size. Stupid. You can't do anything with it. You can't develop Mar-a-Lago. It's as big as it's ever going to get. It's got as many rooms as it's ever going to have. You can't use it for anything else. It's a fucking wedding chapel for rich assholes who happen to know somebody who happens to know somebody. That's it. It's not Trump's real house. He can't even fucking live there all the time. He's got to go live in Bedminster half the time because of the laws around it. It's a club. And it can't be bulldozed like the house he sold to that other dude for $90 million.
Such a giant chunk of property.
Right. That you can't do anything with.
So that says it's worth.
Look, it might as well be a giant vacant lot that somebody said this is wetlands. I'll give you, that's a great example, I think, personally, if I do say so my damn self. What if I told Joe Rogan and these dickheads that there was a plot, there were 20 acres of swamp that if you did a massive, like, rerouting of some of the water that flowed through there, you could dry the land out, irrigate it, irrigate the water to another source, run it off and dry out the land and then build something on top of it. But they won't let you because it's a wetland. It's been designated a wetlands and you can't build there. How much is that 20 acres of fucking swampland worth? Because right next door, which isn't wetlands, you could fucking build a giant $1 billion hotel on it, but you can't build it on the wetlands because that's the fucking rule. There's a place in Marina del Rey, and I guarantee Joe Rogan knows about this fucking place. It's down near the airport, south of Venice, north of LAX, and there's this giant chunk of open land right near the beach. And at one point, Steven Spielberg was going to buy that space for like $1.5 billion. Like he was going to pay just for the land. and build a giant Spielberg studio right there on the ocean, right? Which, again, I guess if you're making disaster movies all the time in an earthquake zone, being that close to the tsunami line, right? Playa del Rey, exactly. It's down in Playa del Rey. And he was going to do it. And they're like, nope, it's a wetlands. You can't buy it. But he would have paid $1.5 billion for it. But you can't do what you want with it. Well, then I'm not going to pay $1.5 billion for it. Is that land worth $1.5 billion to that potential buyer? No. Is Mar-a-Lago worth it if you can't knock it down? Of course not. Otherwise, that other people wouldn't be buying 5 and 6 houses a couple of miles away and knocking them down and building shit. It might as well be for in the argument a wetlands.
Somewhere about $500 million, right?
Yeah.
Is that what that's?
No, see, he said the judge was saying that it's worth between eight. Oh, it says okay, citing an appraisal report from the city of Palm Beach that pegged the value of Mar-a-Lago between $18 million and $27.6 million between 2011 and 2021.
Oh, right.
Okay, so it was $18 million, and now it's worth because of inflation.
No, not because of inflation. That's the tax assessment that grew over time in the value of the property, not because of inflation.
27. $325 million. That's how much Forbes estimated Mar-a-Lago is worth as of September.
If you sold it as it is, because it brings in about $18 million a year as a club. But it has to stay that way. The only way it would ever be in the 700, 800, 1.5 is if you're going by the land and you're pretending that you can actually do something with it. This is so fucking stupid. Joe, somebody share this clip with him. Dipshit, the land is worthless. Unless you want to live in Mar-a-Lago as it is, with the mildew and the boxes in the shitter and the stupid gold chandeliers and the glass chandeliers in the toilet. Unless you want to live with it that way, that you can pay whatever the fuck you want for it. Nobody's going to. It has to remain a club. It can't be a residence, and you can't develop the land. Now, how much is it worth to you? It's worth the tax turnaround on it. It's not going anywhere. He can't effectively sell it at the number he would need to sell it.
Although we peg its net value at $292 million after deducting roughly $33 million in debt. Okay, so it's got debt.
Really? Shocking.
So I think what they're saying the scam is you wildly overinflate a piece of real estate. Again, I don't know jack shit about real estate. Right?
Is that what he said at the beginning? I don't know jack shit about real estate.
Right. But I think what you do is you say, I got a house worth $1 billion. I need a loan. And they give you a loan based on this $1 billion property you have. But if then they send an appraiser to you and say, hey, but this house worth $18 million, then you're like, uh-oh. So now you got a loan, but you got a loan based on something that's not really worth as much.
Yes, that's why he's in court.
So their collateral or whatever it is, the reason why they would give you that much money doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But clearly that can't be accurate. If you're seeing pictures of that fucking place, show some photos of Mar-a-Lago. and if that was 18...
Yeah, show close-up photos of the area near the pool with the cracked tile and the uneven and the mold and all that shit.
Million dudes would be buying them every day.
Right.
It would last 3 seconds on the market before somebody bought it.
No, because you can't do anything with it. All right, and you can't live in it. It's big enough to be a big asshole's house, which is what it originally was before it was turned into a club. And it can't be turned back into a house. That's the rule. And again, if you're going to spend the money on it, you're going to pay $1.5 billion to buy Mar-a-Lago. I got news for you. You're going to have to spend $300 million getting a bunch of different people elected to the Palm Beach County Board, and then basically get them to sign off on changing the zoning on Mar-a-Lago and then buy it.
People would just be calling up. The phone lines would get jammed.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Sight unseen. I'll take it.
Yeah.
18 million?
I mean,
even 27 million.
Calling it 1.5 billion is a Trump thing to say like that.
That's my favorite thing. My favorite thing about the whole speech is he talks about himself in the third person. The judge hates Trump. That's what he keeps saying.
I
Man.
mean, that's a nice house.
Terrible.
It's a nice gaff, Joe.
Fucking palace, man. Look at that place. It's
You know-
insane. And the inside of it is all like, click on that photo of Trump there with the chandelier. Look how fucking beautiful it is inside.
And it has to stay that way, and you can't change it, and you can't live there, and you have to run a club. Again, you're not buying this place to turn it into a giant fucking loft hotel or something. It's not going to ever be apartments or condos or any of that shit. It's going to stay that way for the foreseeable future.
Man, that is ridiculous. I mean, look, maybe it's me being a Brit, but I look at it and go, it's a bit fucking much, that.
Oh, it's a lot much. It's not my style.
Yeah, it's not like you got Buckingham Palace and things like that over there.
That looks like
look at
something
that.
out of a Russian czar's house. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's what I like about it.
Constantine is Russian, that's why.
That's what I want Trump's house to look like. If Trump
It's not his house. It's not his house. It's a club that he rents out for events, and he stays in it part of the time when he's down in Florida. It's not his house. It's one of several places it's a place where he winters, okay? He summers in Bedminster or someplace fucking else. Or the idea is that rich people did. Most of the time he would just sequester in Mar-a-Lago or in Trump Tower. Most of the time he was in Trump Tower. But since he got in so much legal trouble in New York, he decided to hide behind Ron DeSantis's fucking skirt in Florida.
Trump lived in some bullshit fucking log cabin, I'd be so disappointed.
Right.
Trump lived in like fucking John Dutton's house on Yellowstone.
Yeah.
What are you doing, bro? You should be balling.
That's
Yeah.
on brand, as we
Yeah.
say. That's on brand. What a house,
Look at the
man.
size of that property.
Yeah.
What's on brand is he rents the place out. It's not his house.
Yeah.
So those little houses around there are selling for like $30 million.
Right, because you can knock them down and build anything you want.
Wow.
Like that's crazy expensive property there.
Yeah.
To think that that's only worth 18 million to 27 million, that seems a little insane.
You know, the thing that always gets me, man, is like, you read in the mainstream media and they criticize our
The mainstream media, the establishment. I'm worried more about the establishment than the deep.
podcast and your show, and then they go, these people spread misinformation. I'm like, mate, like, what are you talking about? You have been spreading misinformation from day one. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. Because all three of you are sitting around talking like this is a developable piece of property that will sell for 1.5 billion, like all the other stretches of property on Palm Beach or on Singer Island or any of the surrounding areas that can be turned into hotels and golf courses and fucking Disneyland Southwest or whatever the fuck they want to do with it. And you can't. And if you buy the fucking place, you can't live in it, and you've got to run a club. Does that change your metric for buying or selling the place? Of course it does. The only value this place has is that Trump eventually wants it to be effectively his library after he moves out of it. But it's not going to work because he doesn't have anywhere else to live. Trump doesn't even have enough money to just buy a fucking house. Look, do you have any idea how much street cred Trump would have gotten if he'd have just built, stay at Mar-a-Lago over the last couple of years, built a giant fucked up compound in Denver, or someplace in Colorado, Ayn Rand world, right? Think about what these assholes would have said. Like huge gated Streisand-like community, right? View of the Rockies, near the, far enough from the airport, but close enough to the airport, all that kind of shit. Park his own fucking plane. Look, hold on. This is going to drive me crazy. 1 second. Donald Trump, alleged billionaire. Right? He's got money. Money. Right? Dude's got fucking money, right? Let me see. Open image in new tab. Let me show you something. You fucking morons. I love this. Yeah, he just got kicked off the Forbes 400. Joe Rogan and other people on there. who are like, that's ballin', Mar-a-Lago, which is he bought it as it was, and he has to keep it that way, and he can't change it. And he's a billionaire, right? That's how billionaires are supposed to fucking live, man. That's how a billionaire is supposed to fucking live. May I introduce you to John Travolta's house? This is Vinnie Barbarino's Florida house. That's some fucking Tony Stark shit. 3 goddamn planes all parked in the house. One of them a fucking DC-9. Yeah, like Travolta's a pilot, and he's a professional pilot. He flies for airlines for fun sometimes. Like he'll like deadhead as a co-pilot on shit. Look at this shit. 3 planes and a fucking pool and this thing and this business and shit. And don't even get me started on fucking Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise has 2 hangars. I think he has 2 whole hangars at the Santa Monica airport, where I used to take my lessons from on the north side. And we were my shitty little Czech light sport planes that we would practice in were on the south side. His was on the north side. Fucking 4 G5s and stuff in there, like jets. Fucking amazing. He had a MiG, for fuck's sake. Why does Donald Trump, again, John Travolta doesn't rent that fucking thing out. John Travolta is not a billionaire, okay? Insofar as I know, he's a multimillionaire, but that's it. And it's a house. He lives in that thing. Nobody else fucking lives there. That's his home. Why the fuck doesn't Donald Trump have his own house? Also, for the record, if you bought John Travolta's house for, $150 million, you could knock it down and build a bigger one for another 200 million. If you wanted to. You can't do that with Mar-a-Lago. I would argue, this says to me that John Travolta actually has more money than Donald Trump. Yeah. Also, that's my dream house. John, when you're thinking about moving, call me. That is fucking awesome. The only thing that's different from this and like Tom Cruise's house is that he's got one of those like race tracks behind his where he goes and rides motorcycles in a fucking circle. Trump does not have a house. He doesn't live in Trump Tower anymore, and none of the other properties he lives at are residences, are legally residences. He just bounces from one to the other before he gets evicted every fucking whatever. He can only stay there for 90 days at a stretch. Who the fuck does that? If you're a billionaire, what are you talking about? If your one property's worth $1.5 billion, why don't you have a $500 million home someplace? I sure as fuck would, especially if I was a former president. Get the fuck out of here. I'd have a compound. Like, it'd be like the green zone in Iraq. Yes, Travolta does have a landing strip. This leads up. There's a runway. He lives in one of these communities where there's a runway. Yeah, there we go. There's another view of it. Look at that. That is John Travolta's fucking house. Okay, somebody on Discord. Hold on one second. Checking. Yeah. Sorry. Fun link from 55 Chevy. Location, address, Ocean Boulevard, Minnesota, Palm Beach. Parcel, control number, property value, history. Oh, cool. Take a gander. Okay. Excellent. Dorothy Jacks, this is this? Oh yeah, this is the actual. This is the Palm Beach County property appraiser for the Mar-a-Lago site? No. Nearby sales search? Yeah, 1100 South Ocean. That's the place, right? Mar-a-Lago Club. Mailing address. Director of Finance. Care of... Yeah, that's what it sounds like your home. Sales date. $12 million. Warranty deed. 81. There was a quit claim on it for $100. He bought it for $500, and then he leveraged it for $12 million, right? Or $5 million, and then he leveraged it. Okay. No exemption. Square footage, Country Club 331, like overall Country Club together, 23,519 square feet. Total square footage, 37,414. Private club, year built, 1927. It's a historical site. Values of journey of each year. Total market value, 26,000 as of 2019, 26,600. That's what you could sell it for. Taxable value, 26,000. In the tax year, it paid $519,940 in tax per year for that place. There it is. That's the sorry, no sketch available for this record. It's a private club. There you go. Large estate. It's zoning RAA, large estate residential, 50 Palm Beach. That's the area. Property use code, club, lodging, something hall, like rental, like as a rental property. 17.5 acres, not 20, but whatever. Request structural details change. We can get the how they added the skiff and then took the skiff out. Show full map. Here we go. So this is why everybody thinks this is a it's a big deal, because it goes from the property goes from the lake to the ocean. Hold on one second. Let me just straighten this out. Yeah, so there's the property itself. So it has the street and the beach across there. So this pool is part of Mar-a-Lago, although you got to leave the property to go to it. And then the other side of the property goes to the water over here. So this goes straight up to the water. Nice parking lot. What the fuck is that? Does the staff park on the fucking grass? No golf. Way it is. Here's the pool. That's the building. It's a little crowded, I got to say. For something that's that fancy pants. Here's the wall. This is the other property edge of it. This is like kind of facility side. And then there's the little corner, and then there's somebody else's property over here, and it just goes across here. They have this pool on the beach that they have private access to or something like that, but you still have to cross open traffic to get to it. Again, nah, I'm not buying it. I'm not going with the 1.5 billion. I'm calling bullshit on that. Hold on. Where are you? Where do we go? Where do we go from here now that all of our children are growing? All right, did I run out of... Did I opened up another window? No, I guess not. Did we lose? Where the hell did the fucking folkety fuck go? There's Laura Ingraham, and there's Sean. We already did him, and and I've had it. All right, good. Hold on. This guy. That's dead. That was Newsmax. There we go. There. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So, does Rogan think the judge sat down with his calculator and yeah. Yes. You've been doing misinformation this whole time.
Yeah.
It's like getting a lecture on dating from Ted Bundy. You're like, mate, come on.
Yeah, it seems crazy for them.
That's it's a great comedy reference. It's like getting a lecture on dating from Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy had a long-term girlfriend while he was murdering people, and then he got married and had a baby while he was in jail. Like, I gotta say, like, while I know he's a monster, I mean, I suppose you can be impressed. I guess we could all learn something from him. It's just stupid.
Keep harping on that at this point. It's like, don't you know about the internet? Like, don't you know people they've made like compilation videos of you guys being wrong over and over and over and over and over.
You're right. You know what? That's right, Joe. Somebody, I think it'd be a good idea if somebody, I mean, I don't have this kind of time to make a compilation video of you being wrong over and over again. I think this works out just fine. Yeah. This is a great example, pretty clear. And again, this weird thing where you don't recognize that that is a club property that you have to run as a business, not as a home, which will affect who's going to buy it and why. It's got to stay the way it is. You cannot develop it, which also is going to affect its value. especially over time as they start developing and buying up houses and turning them into hotels along that strip. Right? And then, of course, why Trump doesn't have his own fucking house. Why does he live in an event space? It's like living upstairs from a dry cleaner's or something. You don't find that fucking weird at all? I got news for you. Joe Rogan has a bigger house than Donald Trump does. You know how I know that? Because Joe Rogan has a house and Donald Trump doesn't. Hold on one second. Now I gotta hold on. Yeah. Here's and he's in Texas, I think. This is Joe Rogan's house. Pretty it seems to this is what came up. I don't know if it's the actual one. I was at his old house in Calabasas, but I've never been to this one because I shan't be invited back on his show because he's got a thing for ball garglers, apparently. He's got a thing against disagreement. Or if he does want disagreement, he's like, what's his name? Adam Ruins Everything or somebody that's like an easy punching bag that he can push back against. That's Joe Rogan's house. It's nice. It's solid. It's not too overwhelming. It's got the big slope, lack of backyard thing is a bit weird. I mean, I don't know how much yard he actually uses and that kind of stuff. And I'm sure he's got an interior gym, and it is Texas, like I said. So God knows it's probably uncomfortable to be outside most of the year. Is that a glass or a tile level walkway outside the bedroom and other kind of stuff? Yeah, nice design. Mild slopes because they're not getting heavy snow. You don't need more of a slope than that. I'm a big fan of like flat roofs, but it's a little choppy, little Minecraft, I gotta say, a little bit. But and if some people are saying AstroTurf, if he does have AstroTurf, respect, because no one needs to be watering fucking grass in areas like that. Yeah, did Hal ever finish the Trump anti? You saw a clip and he got crazier? No, because Rogan's, well, he got a $100 million deal, right? With I'm gonna have to comb my way through these clips again. There we go. He got and I'm pretty sure that studio is in the house. That they built that inside that house, which is very funny to me if that's the case. It's an odd thing, but like Tucker Carlson's house does have that like faux wood bullshit hunting lodge look to it, but Rogan built this. This is what the interior of the thing looks like, all Austin city limits, and the outside of his house looks like it's made of cocaine. Yeah, Joe got a $100 million deal from Spotify. They bought his entire, podcast and everything. Yeah. Yeah, he had hair back on Suddenly Susan, Suddenly Seymour. What was the show he did? Yeah. And a little bit when he was on Fear Factor.
Over again, and you've never apologized for it? Whatever you want to talk about, whether it's the Russia collusion thing or...
Nope. I'll talk to you about it. Bring me on. Let's talk Russian collusion. Tell you what, I'll bring an annotated copy of the Mueller report, and we can compare and contrast it to the 4-page bullshit outline that Bill Barr wrote to try and, waft the smoke away.
Or saying the dangers of Trump denying the election, then you show like how many people denied Trump's election.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't act on it materially. It's not about the verbally denying it. You can say he's illegitimate and whatever. Those are just words until you start setting up fake electors, trying to manipulate the governor of fucking Georgia, sending operatives down to fucking Coffee County to break into the voting machines, and then gather your supporters as a last-ditch effort and sick them on the fucking Capitol. It's different. Bitching about something and stalking and murdering somebody are different.
Call him the illegitimate president.
Hillary called him an...
Who gives a shit what they call him? They didn't materially do anything about it. nobody filed any legal fronts to him being president. She didn't try to interrupt his fucking presidency. It doesn't matter. You can say anything you want in this fucking country.
Legitimate president.
Yeah, they said he stole the election. Like that kind of, if you
They didn't say he stole the election. They said that Republicans in certain areas denied people the right to vote by limiting the machines and limiting the drop boxes in areas on purpose to deny black people and poor people in certain areas and Democratic-leaning counties the available machines. And if you go to any of those areas, if you go to the white district where there's, very few people, but there's 12 shiny, pristine, all-working machines, and you go to the black district and there's 3 fucking machines and one of them's got cables coming out of the back of it, something's hinky. But once he was sworn in, everybody dealt with it the way they dealt with Bush v. Gore.
think that's dangerous from him, then it's dangerous from you too.
No. It's only dangerous when you gather 100,000 people together in the Capitol and sick 5,000 of them on the Capitol with the tools and the materials to build a fucking gallows.
And we should all acknowledge that we should try to figure out a way to make the elections as fair as possible.
They already are. We had the biggest paper trail in the last election that we've ever fucking had. And the only people that tried to vote multiple times were Trump voters, and they got busted. They were in the villages, or the dude who used his dead wife. He murders his fucking wife, pretends she's missing, and then uses her ballot to vote for Trump. Because he said, oh, I think she genuinely would have voted for Trump. Yeah, I think she genuinely would have rather been fucking alive.
My real fear is that not everybody's on board with that. That's my real fear. I would love to believe that everybody on the right and everybody on the left just wants a fair battle. And they just want to be able to speak their mind to the public and have the people choose. That's what I would like to believe. And that we would like to encourage all Americans to vote. Everyone should just
Yeah, that's what I do all the time.
get informed and go.
Yeah, but technically speaking, when you have a bunch of guests on the regular and you're clipping shit from their speeches, their segments like Eddie Bravo and others, where it's all set up and it's fucking rigged and it's rigged, and the whole system and deep state and Illuminati and fucking the lizards run the fucking planet. But what's the fucking point of voting if any of that shit is true? You're diminishing the vote. You are part of the TYT machine of voting doesn't matter because it's all fixed anyways.
Out there and give your opinion and let's see how the country feels.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much shenanigans is going on. There's a little,
Yeah, in the villages and the dude who murdered
there's
him.
a little collusion between, social media companies. We know that now.
No, you don't. What do you mean collusion between social media companies? Were they ever able to tell the FBI no? Yes. Well, then there wasn't collusion. There was no control.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of scary. That's kind of scary that
Says guy you doing clips on YouTube.
you would think that what you believe is so important that you're willing to manipulate an election. That scares you.
It is very scary. It's very scary that the fucking Hunter Biden thing benefited from the Streisand effect and turned out to be bullshit anyway.
It should scare us because it's like, man, they could use that on you. I mean, we could have this. Imagine if we have this fucking amazing person who's running for president. And
Okay, I'm imagining. Okay, me, gotcha.
Finally.
Right, that's how everybody would react. I run and everybody goes, finally.
All rational people in the center, people that are rational on the right and the left, agree this person has the country's best ideas in mind. And we've made
Right, yeah, me, so far me, gotcha.
Awesome progress with the way this person is communicating with everybody, and it seems like they could really unite us, and they get fucked. Somebody comes in and just manipulates it, doesn't like the idea of some new person taking charge.
Yeah, deep state Illuminati. I would suggest that some people can handle their weed, other people become a paranoid mess. And that you never see clearly ever again. That must be something you consider. A person with Alzheimer's or dementia is completely convinced that the world is as cattywampus as they see it. It is not. And the same thing is true of people who fucking cook their brain with any chemical that rolls down in front of them on the fucking regular and mix that with alpha brain and whatever other shit he's taking on the regular. at a certain point, how do you trust your own thoughts? I mean, you have to even question it as a human being without anything happening. Am I, mental illness being a real thing, the ability to kind of listen to yourself and go, am I making sense? Is what I'm saying reflective of the reality in front of me? What if you're incapable of doing that? And what if at a certain point you have seized the reins of such a big fucking mothership like he has, where nobody around you dares question what you're saying or what you're doing for fear that they'll lose their livelihood, much less upset the entire fucking apple cart that, they're all eating off of. How do you know? How do you know? Do you ever have that moment where you're like, maybe I'm just being a paranoid asshole? Maybe I'm just watching way too much internet and I'm not reacting to reality, or I have two versions of reality, the one I sell and the one I experience. And I am capable of convincing myself in two different environments that they are different, that they are, or that they are equally valuable. That the environment dictates how I speak, not reality. So I believe this bullshit, paranoid, deep state Illuminati stuff when I'm on the show, but when I'm hanging out with friends and stuff, we all know that's bullshit. We're going to Chili's to have a fucking snack, and we don't really care.
Doesn't like the idea of some radical thinker who wants to try to make things as good as possible for the
that wouldn't be radical.
The whole country, and that maybe there's a way to do that.
Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna. You might want to go further down the road because there's going to be. Let me give you an example. Throughout history, there have been radical thinkers that have come along that think they know how to do what's best for the country, and they have some good ideas about how to do that. And it starts with everyone dressing alike, and forced marriages. And you guys can't figure out who the fuck you're supposed to be married to, so we'll just set you up together. And then we'll create a master race. And it's a radical thought, but I've got a system. Trust me on this. I can really bring our country out of the doldrums as long as somebody doesn't steal the election from me.
And they get fucked by some establishment spokesperson.
Yes. Yeah, because the establishment establishes themselves to establish the established things. God damn, this is fucking lazy. I can't do it right now, CSL. It's not working. Or I would have done it a dozen times already.
Because they know how to manipulate the system.
Well, they established the system. It's their system, I think.
Look at the people that rise to the top in the current system in your country and in ours. I mean, the idea that these two people, whoever they end up being, if it's Biden and Trump, let's say, these are the best people out of 320 million fucking people.
Well, the thing about Biden is he's already won, right? So he is the president. So It only makes sense that he runs for president if he's physically capable of doing that. The thing about Trump is there's, the narrative that he and a lot of his followers put out is that the election was rigged and that, he should be the legitimate president anyway, and no one else is.
Why does Joe talk to some of his guests as if they've just arrived on Earth for the first time? Like he's talking to an alien with a head wound?
No one's voting for anybody else. Like these hardcore Trumpers, they're going to go all in on Trump. So it's like, okay, how else could it be other than Trump versus Biden? Unless they arrest Trump, unless they figure out a way to make some of these charges stick.
And here's the thing with Trump, to him, this is no longer a presidential race. To him, this is...
It never was. It was just covering his
existential. Because this is...
No. There is nothing existential in Donald Trump's life. He does not think past... his nose, gut, or dick, whichever one, it's his gut, sticks out the farthest. He's not struggling with the existential. This isn't a struggle for the fucking American dream. Get the fuck out of here. He's a self-involved dickhead who's running for office because he thinks it's the one thing that will protect him from being caught in the trap that he set for himself 2 decades ago.
Probably the only chance he's going to have of avoiding jail.
Right, which is not existential. It's that's like saying a fucking squirrel in your house is an existential choice between scampering around in a corner or jumping into your face and trying to jump out the window.
So you look at it like that, and you think,
God, you know that room fucking stinks. Fucking 3 dudes with cigars, sweaty lights, and fucking goddamn, the fucking curtains in that room, and the amount of weed that gets smoked in there as well. It's gotta sound like, it's gotta smell like the guy on the cover of the Warrant Dirty Rotten Filthy Stinking Rich album cover is smoking a skunk.
Trump is already a guy who, let's put it bluntly and mildly, will do whatever it takes to win. And if you put
Well, then why'd he lose last time?
a guy like that and you say the only way that you're going to avoid jail is to win the presidency, you're already notching it up a few ratchet when it comes to making the atmosphere really toxic.
And you can play that argument the other way. I mean, in terms of Biden and the investigations that are happening, Donald Trump gets elected, what is he going to do? That they would argue that too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Biden knows he hasn't got anything. Trump knows he's fucked. He knows there's more evidence out there that he's committed crimes than Fonnie Willis even has, or that Alvin Bragg even has, or there's more communications that E. Jean Carroll could get her hands on. That's what he's sweating about.
The Biden thing is fascinating to watch people ignore it.
Did you
What am I ignoring?
you see Noam Dworman's interview with that guy?
That guy?
No, I did
You
not.
never saw? Oh man, it's Noam Dworman from the Cellar, from the Comedy Cellar.
Oh, okay.
He had a guy on his podcast who he built up as like the most sane guy who says that the Hunter Biden thing was a nothing burger, and they went.
Excuse me. I would no. Standard. He's a writer for one of the newspapers. I will take that challenge anytime. I don't know who we talked to, but I'll gladly walk through all of this shit.
Around for like an hour, and the guy just would not. It was the craziest thing that I've ever seen. I'll send it to you.
That's not even close to true. There is no way that Constantine can say that interview is the craziest thing he's ever seen.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's just dumb.
It's a journal from the Washington Post.
yeah.
Yeah, there has never been a situation where anyone, the craziest thing they have ever seen is an interview with somebody from the Washington Post
He thinks
on a podcast at the Comedy Cellar.
it's nothing.
Yeah. But when
It's beyond nothing.
Is he doing mental gymnastics?
yeah, so when Noam essentially corners him and goes, no, look at this, the guy just he wants to leave.
No, it was an hour and a half. They were going to do a 45-minute podcast. He had someplace to be, and they were going around in circles. And at the end of it, after an hour and a half, he's like, we're going to cover the same fucking ground again. I don't care that you don't think he was qualified to be on the Burisma board. That's immaterial. And I don't give a shit about anything that Joe Biden might have done after he left office. Immaterial. Doesn't matter. Even if I give you that, it doesn't change the fact that he didn't engage in any quid pro quo. You don't have any evidence of it, and you can't even prove that the laptop is real. Period. And the fact that anybody would want something like the Hunter Biden laptop, which was, tossed around by Rudy Giuliani and has no metadata, has no background, that you would want that used in a court of law is fucking madness.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Totally. Bro. Constantine, no. I don't know if anybody's going to share this clip with those assholes, but no. I'll gladly walk you through it. It's a bunch of ignorant shit. Unless, of course, Constantine and the other dude and Joe would like me to be able to go into Photoshop, print out a bunch of speech bubbles in green and blue to make it look like iMessage things, hold them up and go, I have messages from Joe Rogan talking to Jeffrey Epstein where they agree on a place to meet and sell a child. Here it is. And I want to use that in a court of law against you. And I would like access to prove, if you go, that's fake, I want in discovery all of your text messages so I can prove the negative. Are you out of your fucking mind? What system looks like that? Who in the world thinks that is how things should work? It's just dumb. And it's and the idea that you would set yourself up for that. Joe's a famous dude. He could find himself on the other end of this shit. If that's the standard, you're done. You're fucking done. But it was fun to talk about.